Pardon the interruption, but I'm Mike Wilbon. We had a 4-day weekend, Tony. How'd you spend it?
Tony Kornheiser, the usual. Golfing, napping, parkour. You know, it's what I do.
Well, what are you, Spider-Man? Isn't parkour like jumping stuff? What are you talking about?
The way it was explained to me is you jump from building to building.
Yeah.
I don't think I could make the first jump.
Well,
I mean, I
if you're
don't imagine I
Spider-Man
could do
and
that.
you can spin webs, maybe you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not Spider-Man.
Peter Parker,
And
okay.
I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. Parkour. Please, take a hike. Welcome to PTI, boys and girls. In today's episode, Rory McIlroy looks to the future. The Warriors fall into the play-in, and the Suns fire Coach Boo. But we begin today with Rory McIlroy winning the Masters, becoming only the sixth golfer ever to win all four majors. Rory won on the first hole of a sudden death playoff with Justin Rose by birdieing the hole he had just bogeyed to end up at a playoff to begin with. This was the wildest golf tournament I'd ever seen, and like you, Mike, I watched every single shot of it. So, Wilbon, what are your thoughts about what Rory accomplished and how he did it?
Well, Tony, to me, it's going to be memorable in ways that very few events are memorable. And sometimes it's not all good. I mean, you remember the Frenchman, Jean Van de Velde, who made a mess of the British Open and wound up rolling up his pants and getting in the way. You have visuals, right? You got great shots, you got bad shots, you got situations that don't make sense for professionals to be in. And in the case of Rory, these beautiful shots with draw that are a million feet high that land softly and roll perfectly to within tap-in range, except, oops, he doesn't actually tap it in often enough to have this drama. So it's the visuals of the drama I'm going to remember. I don't know that 10 years from now I'm going to remember that he made the birdie putt after he missed the eagle tap in, or I don't know that it's going to be the specifics, but the up and down nature of it, taking us with him. You were so disgusted at one point yesterday. I thought you were going to have to just lay down and go to sleep. You sounded exhausted as we talked about this thing all day.
Yeah, it was agonizing. I mean, for me to just watch, because I will say that I rooted for Rory. I did root for Rory even before the thing began, and I know you did as well. So I'm going to start with the big picture here before we get into granular shots. And the big picture is that Rory was great and Rory was awful. And because Rory won, the awful is going to go away, and it's going to be a redemption story. But, Mike, I believe I believe by winning this thing, he salvaged the rest of his career.
Yes.
I think if he had lost this, I would have joined a lot of people in basically saying, Rory, get out of golf and open up a driving range, because that's what you're good at now, because this isn't working. This is the greatest achievement of his career, and he choked like a dog many times in it. When the tournament begins on Thursday, he doubles 15, he doubles 17. It's gagapotamus. On Saturday, he opens up on 1 and 2, 3-3. Birdie eagle. He takes the lead. On Sunday, the same two holes, Mike. He goes 6-5, and he loses the lead. He made great shots. This is to your point. He made some great shots on 15. He made a great shot on 16. But he didn't get the putts that would have iced it. He did not get the putts that would have iced it. And he made terrible shots, inexcusably terrible shots on 13.
Shots that you and I might
on
execute.
13.
Yeah.
Yes, he put it in the water. On 18, he put it in the sand. We would have done that. And he puts himself, and then on 18 again on the redo, on the first playoff hole, he puts it to 2 feet. And as I told you this morning, Mike, I was afraid he'd miss it. I was afraid he would miss that putt.
By then, I thought the story was written, and he had to make it. If he misses there, I might have had to turn the TV off, too, because part of it was painful to watch. And I'm just glad he did, because Rory seems like such a decent fellow. Whether you agree with a stance or not here and there, he's out front, he's honest, he's candid, he wears his emotions. He doesn't hold back. Mike, he doesn't seem passive-aggressive. I just like Rory McIlroy. I just like him.
He went down on the ground when he won, and he wept.
Yeah.
He didn't just get teary-eyed. He wept. Look, he was the main actor for 4 days. The other people were supporting actors like Scheffler and Oberg and Justin Rose and DeChambeau. This was Rory's stage. And I felt that this was sports at its greatest. Yeah. And I felt it ended the right way. I did. I loved it.
That's why he had to make the putt. Okay, let's make the putt, and then let's move from what Rory has now accomplished to what lies ahead. Next month's PGA Championship is at Quail Hollow, a course on which Rory has won 4 times already. The U.S. Open is at Oakmont, and you know it demands quality off the tee, but that's Rory's strength. Yeah. And the British Open is at Royal Portrush in Northern Ireland, where Mr. McIlroy set the course record of 61 when he was 16. So, Tony, does this Masters win alter your expectations for Rory going forward?
So let me just set the scene first. Rory is now a golf immortal. He has joined Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, Ben Hogan, Gary Player, and Gene Sarazen as the only people ever to win all 4 majors. Arnold Palmer didn't win all 4, and he's one of the greatest players of all time. So Rory doesn't have to win anymore. He's already on the big wall. Having said that, I think he's going to win multiple majors. He reminds me now of where Phil Mickelson was when Phil Mickelson at age 33 won his first major, a Masters, and then won 5 after that. Rory's 35. They're in the same basic age bracket. Mike, I think he's going to win 2 more Masters because that's the tournament where older guys win it because it's a smaller field and they can keep up with it. Quail Hollow on the tour all the time, won there 4 times, has 9 top 10s. Oakmont, no trees, bomb it, and he can do that. Royal Portrush, they had an Open there. He didn't even make the cut. Terribly embarrassing, I think, and made him feel terrible. But if the demons are gone, Mike, I think, honestly, that he can win some of these. I think he can win some more majors. Now, look, Oberg is there, and Hovland is there, and Scheffler is there, and Schauffele is there, but Rory's not ancient. Rory, in the 10 or 11 years where he didn't win a major, Rory was competitive. It's not like Jordan Spieth or Dustin Johnson where you say, where are they? So, yeah, I think he can win multiple.
I think he'll win a lot. I'm going to go back to 2000 in Chicago, Tony, when Tiger Woods, coming off having won 1 major in 97, actually it was in 99 at Medina.
99,
I was covering 99. I'm covering my first major championship for the Washington Post as a columnist. And I was a little nervous about what I was going to say. And I called a sage mentor, an Anthony Kornheiser, who was probably napping at home earlier because Tiger, he beat Sergio that day, but then it was over. And what I wanted to write, because what I felt was Tiger's going to go crazy now. This frees him. Winning the one that took off the pressure, which was the second one, freed up Tiger. And he wound up winning 6 of the next 12 major championships. So I got that one right, and I feel I'm going to get this one right.